Aloha all and welcome back and namaste. This is Deb Hart again, and
PrimRose Lehualani.
I love that. I just love that. So coming to you on the road while I've been traveling. So we missed last week, and I will own that. It's probably completely my fault. But welcome to episode 4 of Deep Dive with Essential Oils with PrimRose and Deb Hart. So I'm really excited about this topic because it's literally a good portion, like a good part of the time how we start our day. I was trying to figure out how to say that it may not be every day, but like this is, and it may be just, this is our thing now because life is constantly shifting. Like PrimRose and I were just talking about, life is constantly shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though.
It's beautiful. And we want it to shift because energy is never stagnant. You're either ascending, moving forward, or you're descending, moving backwards. I mean, even in relationships, if nothing stays stagnant, staying stagnant is going to start going backwards. So yeah, it's a good thing that things are shifting. Absolutely. So where do you want to start? Do you want me to start? Do you want to start?
I guess you can start. Our topic this morning is routine,
yes,
right? Morning routine, or just routine, like the oils that we use in our morning routine. So I guess Deb can open us up on here because I love that she used to use the yoga, but I think she's in a free flow, right? Today?
I am, but
Okay.
I'm going to talk about this because this is my biggest go-to. But yeah, we were just talking about the fact that I have been saying for a very long time that I'm, it's almost like a joke. Like I'm kind of ridiculous because I'm about 3 hours of self-care in the morning. And here are the things I do. And it's not that anything is rigid. Like I do this and then I do this and then I do this, because that would make me absolutely nuts. I'm in the flow, but here are the things that I want to get done in the morning before I pick up the phone and talk to anybody and have to work, deal with the world. And it may be in any kind of order, like that's my norm. But we were literally just talking about the fact that neither one of us really have a routine right now. And it's like, PrimRose just said that. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a routine right now. That's our current flow, it's the non-planned plan.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to start off with, yes, most of the time what I'm doing is the yoga collection. And it's a little worn off because I touch it all the time, but it comes in a box and it's 3 oils. So I thought I'm traveling and so I've got a background. I love the yoga collection. Like I said, there's 3 oils, and I thought I'm going to start off with reading the oil collection, and then I'll tell you how I start it because I like that, and see if my eyes are a little tired today. It's an exclusive trio essential oil blends created specifically by doTERRA for the yogi in you. And there's Anchor, Align, and Arise. They're perfect blends to enhance your life and yoga practice. These blends provide aromas to steady and center yourself through every breath while stretching and strengthening your body. I love that. I just love that. So I personally start off with, this is just how I do it. I start off with Anchor and Align, and it's kind of hard to see. And I do them really the way PrimRose trained me. Is I'll put a little like behind my ears, bottom of my feet, but I'll put a little carrier oil in my hand and put it, usually it's about 2 drops of each, kind of mix them together, breathe them in. And I put more like on my neck. So it's a little behind my ears. And I always put them like on my bracelets because I've got like diffuser bracelets and on my skin. And I'm just like, while I'm stretching and everything in the morning, and doing yoga, I'm smelling them and it's fabulous. So I do those because to me, I'm getting up. I ground my energy before I get out of bed and I clear all my chakras. So like that's part of my morning routine is I do all of that. So I can start my day clean and clear and aligned. And then I use these 2 oils before I do Kundalini yoga. And I do Kundalini yoga almost every morning because it opens up my entire spine so that I'm a very clear, open channel. So, during the night, sleeping wrong, get a subluxation in my spine. If you've never done Kundalini yoga, I just thought this is probably a really good tip, is for me, and my Kundalini is extremely active, but doing Kundalini yoga, I'm literally, with every different movement, I'm pushing my energy up my spine. And every time it goes up higher, it's adjusting my vertebrae. And next thing you know, I'm wide open and that energy is coming all the way through me. So I use these two before I do that. And then after I do multiple things, including that, then I want to go into meditating because I'm an open channel. So it's really much easier to connect and to also get clear information because I'm clear. I'm not all blocked up. So then I use Arise because it's an enlightening blend. So I feel like, and frequently I actually mix that with frankincense, and then I put that on my third eye. And then does that sound familiar? And I kind of do the same thing. I put it behind my ears. I feel like I absorb a lot really well. And then whatever's left over, I just rub on the bottom of my feet. So that's my morning routine. Typically, like I'm a little out of a routine right now, but, so I'm not, I really love to read a card from it's hard to see these, my Ascension Oracles, but these are blends, so they're not in there. So I'm going to read because I like what they say about them. And again, you guys know, you're all learning with me. Like, this is new to me. So I thought I would share what I'm learning. So Anchor, I'm going to read to you what Anchor has in it. Oh, and by the way, I think I just read it's $80, I think, for the 3-pack of the yoga blends. I just thought I'd pass that along if somebody's interested in it. And the description for Anchor, which is the first one, is finding balance through aromatherapy and simple yoga moves can be good first step in helping to find balance in difficult times. Let Anchor's steadying blend enhance your journey towards a firm trust in yourself. Featuring lavender, cedarwood, sandalwood, cinnamon, frankincense, black pepper, and patchouli essential oils in a base of fractionated coconut oil, this blend offers a rich, smoothing aroma. Use it with poses that support poise, and your connection to yourself, your community, and your innate wisdom. A line may be purchased separately or as part of this 3-pack. So I really love that one. And as I'm reading that, I may be, who knows, maybe I'm going to switch up the order of this. I don't know if that's why you're smiling at me, but that's the way I've been using them. And then I'm going to look up a line really quick, if I can spell it right. And my eyes are just really, really fried right now. Really fried. Align is a centering blend. Align your intentions and cultivate a sense of peace and confidence. So the description is a proprietary combination, again, of bergamot, coriander, marjoram, peppermint, geranium, basil, rose, and jasmine essential oils, again, with the fractionated coconut oil, creates a steadying herbal aroma that invites feelings of trust and resolution. Align. Oh my God, what a good way I didn't read this. Like, what a great way to start the day in trust. Wow, that just hit me. It can be applied topically or diffuse it. Its grounding aroma pairs well with the yoga or meditation as part of an effective routine. And again, that also may be purchased separately or, with the group of 3. And then the last one is Arise. And you know what? I meant to start off by saying, last one, it was episode 3, I said, this is probably going to be a shorter video. And then it ended up being 30 minutes. I think it was our longer video. And I'm really feeling like this will probably be a shorter one, but who knows where Deb and Primrose will go.
Just saying.
Says my husband every day of my life. Okay. And this, uplift your day with Arise Enlightening Blend. And the description is lemon, grapefruit, Siberian fir. Oh, is it grounding? Okay, I don't know this one. Osmanthus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Melissa essential oils in a base of, again, fractionated coconut oil. combine for a bright, uplifting aroma. It does smell quite citrusy, and that's probably a lot of the Melissa and the grapefruit and lemon. Ideal for yoga and meditation. And you can also diffuse that in jewelry. Effective routine to set positive intentions, which promote a sense of happiness and courage. And just like the rest of them, it can be purchased separately. So I just wanted to read that because I think it's kind of nice to know what's in them. There's so many different oils in each of these blends, but
And they're so good.
they're so good. So typically, like I leave the third one aside until I'm ready to meditate, and frequently using it with frankincense. And I just, even though I put it on my body, I spend a lot of time in the morning doing what the harmonica that PrimRose does.
The anchoring.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm going to be making a song out of it one day.
Yeah, for sure. I anchor like that all the time. I was doing that while you were reading. I was reading all the oils. I had like Melissa in front of me, lemon, all the things. But Arise is actually, so I have all three of these and I always have them on hand. Not ever since the beginning of 2018, not once have I gone without having them in my oil stash, because they are such a huge, yet small, because they're 5 ml. They're not the regular 15 ml. So they're 5 ml smaller bottles, but they are so big in the impact that they help us as individuals and be able to really connect to our higher consciousness, be more in tune. Arise is probably one of my favorite ones out of all of them because of the fact that lemon is obviously my jam. As a Sagittarius, that's your oil, but also Melissa
That's what I was
is
going to say. I smell that mostly.
is also part of my top strengths. It's my learner oil. So it really just enlightens me. And so Arise also means optimistic, joyful, intuitive. It is the oil of enlightenment, and it can help individuals rise up and meet their light. So it's really cool that you use that one at the end to lock in all that you already was grounding in and opening. Just knowing who you are, just knowing who you are.
Thank you.
It's just like amazing.
Awesome. So I'm doing it right. Thank you.
Well,
what you just read makes me think about the fact that like there really isn't a better time on the planet. Like for people that are stepping into wanting more holistic things, to me, this is just another plant medicine. Literally, that's the way I'm looking at it, and why I fell in love with the oils. But it's the time for sovereignty. It's a time for, I mean, look around you. And out there is chaos and control, and you name it, it's happening. And it's a time for people to step into their sovereignty. And so what I was hearing with what you read is really stepping into our authenticity. Yeah.
And that's what I feel with that yoga kit. Because it's like designed already to make that transition or right? Like when you step into that transition of a level up, now you're going to step into the transcending part. And it's like, it's a different ball game now, because now you just train, like you just trained your DNA, and you just trained your energy as you smell all of these oils, and it just moves through you. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
that's beautiful actually that you did a harmonica, or like
that's what it looks like to me,
because that's what I'm gonna dive into my end, right? Like on how I do that. Like I don't have specifically a morning routine where it's like what Deb was saying, it goes A, B, C, D, E. It doesn't really go like that for me, because every day is different for me in my life here. Not one thing will ever remain the same, but there's days like Deb and I have to jump online on Tuesdays, and that's like at 8 a.m. in the morning. So my routine is a little bit
different. It doesn't do anything at 8 a.m. by the way.
Yeah, it normally doesn't, but we're usually on there by 8:15, 8:20. We're all rolling, and so that day would be different for me than the other days. So what I normally do that I felt over this last couple of years that has really just popped out to me, and I just go with it, is I always meditate in the morning. There's no way that I'll do anything without meditating. You ain't gonna catch me answering my phone calls that before a meditation, because I already know what's going to happen on that. And so I meditate, but now my meditation has gone to a different level because I use these oils and I sleep with the oils. So normally in my world, things shift quite fast, I want to say, depending what the topic at hand is all about. And so I'm very energy based, and I tune in to see what my body, my higher self is saying I need, and then I flow with that. So I always sleep with oils and crystals. That's one thing that always gets my husband, because the oils and crystals, they can come out of nowhere on the bed and they can just start attacking him or my, like it's just like, oh, an oil, or oh, a crystal, so
Never know what you're gonna roll over.
never know, but they must sleep with me because it's, someone like me, I channel or I tap into certain things. And so in the morning, it's very easy for me to just open the bottle, start smelling the oil before I even get into meditation, so that I can prepare myself to go into meditation and then start my day in that area. So this last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so almost 2 weeks has been eucalyptus and On Guard in the morning and been sleeping with me. There's a few other oils as well, but these two are the most consistent one out of all the other oils. One may change here and there, but these two, they just never went away. And so they're also in my diffusers, because if they're bottles like this, then I usually put them into my diffusers as well, compared to if they are like 10 mLs like this, I don't put them into the diffuser, and I just either put them on the back of my ears, or I wear diffuser bracelets as well. I also have a diffuser necklace so I can smell and stuff. So those I wouldn't, but the ones that are like this, I would. So I have them in a diffuser next to me right now. I have them in a bathroom diffuser because obviously they want to come out for some reason. And I think because, like, for Deb and I really feel like our consciousness really grounds us and takes us to our next levels all the time. And so obviously these two were needed in my life. And eucalyptus, I wanted to share a little bit about that because
Yeah, I was gonna ask you why?
Eucalyptus, I really saw after a while what was needed, because eucalyptus is a protective blend when it comes to your present. It protects you. So eucalyptus offers its protective presence as a buffer against invading or depleting energies. So hey, energy transfer, energy vampires, it's a real thing out there. I personally know that for my own self. So I've been going through a lot over the last month or so. Not like a lot where it's like, oh my gosh, the world is against me. No, it's more so like I have a lot of work to do in this field, that it requires my energy to always protect myself. And I always love protecting myself because I love what I do. And these little but powerful bottles, they just open the door for me to enter into the room to do what I really can do.
Awesome.
And so eucalyptus here, it has been helping me. Yes.
Wait, when you finish this part, I want to add on to that. So sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah. No, you can add on right now. Do you want to add on? Because I'm just
going to add on to that really quick, because I'm hearing this in the back of my mind, and I'm actually going to change my background. I'm hoping that y'all can see. Can you see that okay?
Oh, yep. Level of consciousness.
Okay. So I just wanted to talk really quick about level of consciousness. And this is the Hawkins scale of consciousness. And I don't know if you can see numbers.
It's too small.
It's too small. Okay, well, this is the Hawkins scale of consciousness, though. So if you more than half of the planet, this is why I want to point this out, because I think it's really important what you just said. More than half the planet right now is vibrating our physical bodies. Everything's energy. All energy oscillates or vibrates at a certain frequency. If you're vibrating at 200 or below, around 200 is fear, and then there's less than fear. But if you're vibrating that low on a subconscious level, you are pulling energy from those around you. Energy vampire, and you don't know it. You're pulling, but if you're higher than 200, so that's over half our planet is pulling on our energy. If you're vibrating over 200, you're emanating your energy, and hopefully you get up to 500 where you're just emanating love. Deliciousness. That's the goal, right? To be an unconditional love, Christ consciousness. But I just wanted to point that out because that is a real thing. And it's important to know that. Where are you vibrating? Are you sucking off of others, or are you emanating your energy? So I just wanted to say that.
I love that. And Deb is really great in tapping in on this. I think that's why her and I love to collaborate a lot, is because we just bounce off of each other and we can just dive a little bit deeper to that conscious level to share it with whoever is willing to listen as well. But exactly what she was saying. And so for me personally, I love tapping into energy and understanding who I am in the present, where am I going in the future, you know, what's happening around me. And so there has been a lot of energy shifting. If you're unaware what's going on in the planet, it's okay. But there's a lot of energy shifting going on so that we can step more into what Deb was saying, unconditional love, and moving more towards that. And so eucalyptus teaches that your body has unresolved stored emotions within you that needs to be released through either because you have physical pain, unease, or illness. And eucalyptus is the message that can tap into helping you keep your faith and believe that there is a spiritually and physically, there's a spiritual and physical transformation that can happen when you regenerate your own energy and your own aura and spiritual essence. And it is tailored to really helping healing, wholesome wellness, liberation, responsible encouragement. And it can help, and vulnerability. It can help you go away from clingy, codependent, defeated, despairing, unhealthy, and unnurtured energies.
Wow. Right off the top of my head, I'm thinking so many people that this oil would help them with because they're not sure how to do that first step, you know?
Yeah.
I need to help stir that up within them. Wow.
Yeah. So eucalyptus is definitely something that I personally needed, just because of what I do in my day-to-day life and how things go. I always want to make sure my energy is just, you know, clearing my energy every single day, making sure that I can stand in my sovereignty. I do smell the oil. Sometimes I just stay there and I can just smell the oil for minutes. And people would just be looking at me. Deb has experienced it. And like I'm just eyes closed and I'm just hearing the things and I'm just feeling the things and just moving more into me, like what Deb was saying, so that I can make sure I walk my talk. I can make sure I shine in who I am, in that authenticity of who I am. And I continuously raise the vibration so that when I connect with other people like Deb and other people beyond us, we can really just connect and collaborate and co-create. And that's kind of where I've been at with my routine, is shifting into that so that I can balance the spirituality and the practicalness. What is it called? Yeah, that one. There were 3 words that were popping up in my head. I was like, why is this coming out like this? But so I can be practical and spiritual and merge that in together, because sometimes people live too far into just the physical realm and thinking that they have to be in that hustle and bustle and grind, and they just don't stop to smell roses or a different type of plant like eucalyptus. So eucalyptus is one of my faves. I've been having them on my diffuser necklace as well. I don't have it on today because yesterday was a big day for me and I didn't need to wear it today. So all I needed them is in the diffusers. So they're in a couple of diffusers with On Guard. On Guard is the protected blend. On Guard family in doTERRA is a big family. So this is just an oil, but there's a whole line of On Guard in doTERRA that has oil in the products of the On Guard family. And this is the protective blend. So this is the protective blend that everybody On Guard and Breathe is normally doTERRA's like go-to number one. Pretty much everyone knows about On Guard and Breathe when it comes to doTERRA, because it's the oil for the immunity when you're getting sick or when something is happening to you, to where you are maybe dropping, maybe you're coming ill or down with something, or maybe you went into a different weather, and now your body is going up, down, you know, the shifting is
And
happening.
a lot of time in heightened fear lowers your immune system. That's very important.
Very important, because actually that's one of the things that it can help you go through to make you feel protected and not attacked, to make you feel capable and independent and know your boundaries, is what On Guard comes with. So On Guard is actually a blend. It has, let's see here. So it has wild orange, clove, cinnamon, leaf and bark, eucalyptus leaf, rosemary leaf as well. So the fact that I'm double eucalyptus, I just realized like I have double eucalyptus action happening right now. Obviously there's a lot going on in the world.
Yeah.
So On Guard is the oil protection. The combination of oils is generally used to shield individuals from viruses, bacteria, mold. This blend protects properties, however, extended beyond the physical level by aiding individuals in warding off energetic parasites, demeanoring personalities, and other negative influences. On Guard strengthens one's immune system, which governs the ability to defend against attacks from physical pathogens and negative energies. On Guard is incredibly helpful for strengthening the inner self, along with inner resolve to stand up for oneself and live in integrity.
Look at those together. I love it. Okay, when I go back to something you just said.
Okay.
You said something about people being stuck in the physical body.
Uh-huh.
What I'm hearing, I think this is really important to know, is you have a mind and you have a body, but it's not who you are. And if you are stuck solely in your body, that's not even you. It's not even you. It's on loan like a rental car. Take care of it, but know that you got to go way beyond that.
Yeah.
Even who you are.
Yes.
Any time with yourself if you're stuck in your body.
Yes, I love that. And I love that you even opened that, because sometimes what I come across too, sometimes like what you said, either people are too stuck in their body or they're too stuck in their head and their body is shut off, that it's just disconnected and it's not communicating. It's not becoming wholesome. And these oils really, like what you were sharing in your yoga, mind, body, spirit, like everything connects in that. And when you do that work, and it may look weird at times. If you see me in real life, that's why Deb laughs about it, and she's putting, because I'm really like
all day,
the corner,
all day long.
Okay, all right, I hear you, and just like that, and it's like, because I took in the time to what like Deb is doing right now for herself, to really introduce myself to the oils, and that the oils, the spirit of the oil, introduce themselves to me. In fact, I wanted to actually let you know of that now, since I dropped that. Yes. Every oil has a spirit.
Everything.
Everything has a spirit. The spirit is having the plant is having a spirit experience, spirit having plant experience. So when you learn that, you really learn, like what Deb was saying, everything is energy. And that just moves us into a more clear direction and a more wholesome and higher level of ourselves, like what Deb is expressing as well.
Right on. Oh, I love it.
That's what I got. That's my routine. That's really how I do things. Okay. Like I don't have just like I must do this, I must do that, because I use a lot of things in doTERRA as well. So I do have things that are like non-negotiables for me that I'm just like, nope,
Yeah.
I gotta do it because I ain't leaving the house unprotected. And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, is somebody attacking me? No, if you're here and you already know Deb, you know what I mean. So if you're new here and you don't know what I mean, comment and Deb will definitely let you know what we mean.
Yeah, totally. Happy to.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, thank you. I actually can't wait. Okay, so I don't know if I shared this with you all yet, and I've been traveling for a couple of weeks, and so my mind has been a little bit out of like all my notes. But one of the things that I'm doing is that after each of the videos that we're recording, I have a separate notebook, and I forgot to mention that I wanted a notebook, and PrimRose gifted me one. I actually forgot to say that was from you. Thank you, my love. And but I'm going back and taking notes after every single one, and I have a lot of pages of every single one. So just from what you just said, oh, I can't wait to go back and take notes. Honestly, that was a lot of really amazing information. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
awesome. Yeah, I think it's really good to I understand for people that are working, like you go to an office job, or you've got a job that, you've got 8 hours that you have to work. There are a lot of people that have a life like that. And you've got a family, and you've got a grocery shop, and you got to make dinner, and maybe you got to get the kids to school in the morning before you go to work. And so you actually do need to block off time for those important things for self-care. This is all self-care. And it's very, 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 I'm the queen of self-care. No, you're pretty darn good too. I am the queen of self-care, because if
The queen.
you're not, I am, because if you're not like super aligned and happy and ecstatic in your body, what are you going to be like when you go out in the world, right? But so I'm just thinking of like the average person's schedule, having that 8 hour, and then have to get there and all the stuff after work. You have to block off the time. So it may be a little more regimented than what we're talking about, but to be able to, within that block of time, go with the flow of where you're being called. And it may be just what you're smelling and how it feels in your body, or what the write-up says to begin with. This is what I'm noticing, until you're really connecting with the spirit of the oils. Because like Rose said, every single plant has a fairy guardian. So that plant is all in here, right? It doesn't leave just because it's been distilled out. There's a spirit in everything. Yeah. It's awesome. I'm glad you brought that in. That's fabulous.
Yeah, I have I'm pretty sure we're gonna unfold to this later on in this series, because it's a deep dive here, ladies and gentlemen. But I actually am in the process of studying more about ancient Chinese medicine and the elementals and the emotions of it that connect to spirit of plants, and specifically to the spirit of oils, of doTERRA's oils.
Fabulous.
So I can't wait to share more about that with you for sure. And then who knows, maybe we'll share it with you folks here as well.
Yeah. And so I just want to, this has nothing to do with today's topic, but I just want to mention, and I do want to do, you know what, it might be either a long video, or it might be broken down into several. I don't know how this is going to unfold, but PrimRose introduced me to the Gallup test for the Clifton strength test, right? To get your top strengths and what oils go with those. And it is a fantastic and fascinating, I mix those words together, deep dive, really deep dive into bringing out your own authenticity and strengthening that. I love it. So I really want to do, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be like one long episode, or if we're going to break it down, but I definitely want to include that in here and allow you all to do that along with us, because it's blowing my mind, really blowing my mind. This is a whole new world to me, and another area of plant medicine that I had not really considered. Not at this level. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for introducing it all of this to me in a brand new way.
You're
It's really
welcome.
expanding me. Yeah.
Thank
With
you.
everything else.
Thank you for being open and for being like, yes, I want to learn.
And only say yes if it's a hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheering. Only to hell yeses, heck yeses. If we're, out there cheering to only heck yeses.
I love it. Awesome. All right. What do you have anything else to add? Before we close?
Besides, actually, I think I'm about to add in now lemon eucalyptus to my routine. See,
Ooh.
people, this is how it goes. So just be gentle with yourself, have grace with your routine, because we're all learning and we are all on a different journey. I had to just share that. Is
Yes.
that what Deb is, what Deb's routine and my routine, we're just sharing how we use the oil and why we use the oil, but also remember you're on your own routine. So take what you heard from us here, but please do you.
Make it your
Because
own.
yeah, make it your own. Look at this. By the end, lemon eucalyptus wanted to now be a part of the crew, which there's already eucalyptus in both of these other blends here.
I love it.
That's all I got though. Thank you.
I love lemon with everything. Lemon is just amazing, and it's a happy scent.
Yes.
Happy. Yeah. Cool. And of course the color is in chromotherapy, right? Right on.
Yellow solar plexus.
Yep. Power. Yep. Right on. Awesome. All right. Is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Oh, peace. Easier than my granddaughter. Peace. Awesome. And thank you so much for joining us again with episode number 4. Hope you're enjoying this. Would love your feedback if you have any. And if you know anybody else that might be interested in doing a deep dive with us, hello, we're only on episode 4. You can always go back. It's on the playlist to find them all instead of going through all my videos. And please feel free to share the video so that other people can learn with us, because I think this is such valuable information. And we have these beautiful, beautiful holistic tools that are grown on Pachamama, on our planet, to use for our bodies, our mind, and our souls. I just love it. So with that, I bid you adieu, and I say thank you so much for joining us, and namaste. Aloha.